you're here to join us again for another story time. It's me again, Teacher Joshi. But did you know that my real name is actually Joshua? Joshua means to save or salvation. It's usually a name for a boy. But my mom really likes the story of Joshua in the Bible. Have you heard of the Wall of Jericho? Let me tell you all about it.
The city gates of Jericho were securely barred and no one went in or out of the city. The Israelites were camped nearby. The Lord told Joshua, "I have delivered Jericho to you. For 6 days, march once around the city with all the armed men. Have 7 priests with ram's horn trumpets lead the way. Then on the 7th day, march around the city 7 times with the priests blowing the trumpets. When they sound a long blast and the army shout, the walls of the city will collapse." Joshua instructed the priests to get the Ark of the Covenant ready and choose 7 to lead the way carrying the trumpets. He then gave orders for the priests with trumpets to set off around the city, followed by armed men. The priests set off sounding their trumpets, but the army had orders to remain quiet. Priests carried the Ark of the Covenant around the city with an armed guard in front and behind it. After one circuit of the city, they all returned to the camp. The puzzled people of Jericho watched as the Israelites repeated their circuit around the city walls 6 days in a row. On the 7th day, they set off at daybreak and marched around the city walls 7 times. The 7 priests led the way, blowing their ram's horn trumpets. Priests carrying the Ark of the Covenant with an armed guard in front and behind followed them. The people of Jericho watched as the priests and the army marched around their city 7 times in a row. At the end of the 7th lap, when the priests sounded a long blast on their trumpets, Joshua commanded the army, "Shout, for the Lord has given you the city. Only Rahab and her family are to be spared. No one is to take anything belonging to the people of Jericho, because it all belongs to the Lord." When the trumpets blasted and the army shouted, the walls of the city collapsed. The army charged in over the ruins and took the city. Joshua ordered the 2 spies to find Rahab's house, marked with a scarlet cord in the window, and led her and her family to safety. From that day on, they lived with the Israelites. The army was forbidden to loot anything they found in the city, as everything was devoted to God. They were warned that looting would bring trouble on them and the whole camp. The items made of gold, silver, bronze, and iron were carried out of the city and put in the treasury of the Lord. The city was then set alight. News of this amazing victory soon spread, and people knew the Lord was with Joshua.
And that's the story of Joshua and the Wall of Jericho. So you see, if you put your faith and trust in God, no wall can stand between you and His plans for your life. God will always be greater and stronger than any obstacle that you might face.
Hello Kingdom Kids! Happy Sunday and I wish you so much. I really want to kiss you and hug you, but it's a no-no for now, right? Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the story. Yesterday we heard the story about the fall of Jericho, that where God showed His power to His people, right? Well, in the story, we can see that if you follow God's words, He will not only bless you, but also show His mighty power that even our enemies cannot do anything about us, okay? So, in the story, Joshua did everything that God asked and follow every single details of God's command, right? So, and God protected them and blessed them, okay? Well, in our lives today, kids, we have so many walls, especially when you go back to school, right? Okay, so now the wall that we are facing is the virus that we cannot see, okay? But don't be afraid. God will not allow this virus to harm us. Okay, God is our protector. Okay, and by His grace, we are always safe. Okay, so aside from wearing your mask, using alcohol or washing your hands, let's not forget to pray. Okay, that's the most powerful thing that we can do that. And remember, kids, that God is the source of our strength and our resources now, just like in Josh's story. Okay? Alright, so for this week's power verse, it's Exodus 15:2, which says, the Lord is my strength and defense, and He has become my salvation. Again, it's Exodus 15:2, which says, the Lord is my strength and my defense, and He has become my salvation. I hope you can remember that, kids. Okay, so for today's challenge, I know you're waiting for that. Well, we can imagine how strong the warriors of God in the story. Okay, so their strength came from God, but they also did their part by marching again. Around the walls of Jericho. And just like now, when we are fighting the invisible enemy, all right. So, but we have to do our part also. There are so many ways on how we can fight back. All right. So one of those is that you eat your nutritious food and do the exercise. Okay. And we have so many ways to fight the fear and diseases that this virus is spreading. All right. Okay. So the challenge this week is for you to send a video of yourself exercising. All right. Can you do that, kids? Okay. So just like what the Israelites do it 7 times. All right. Do it 7 times. Okay, so, well, just for example, you want to jump in your video as an exercise, or you can just walk in place, you can do it also, or you can just do stretching like this. Okay, you can do it, and you show us that you work out 7 times. All right. Okay, so wouldn't that be fun, kids? I hope you can send us a video, and we are so excited to see your challenge videos. Okay. All right. So we'll see you later on our Zoom meeting right after this video. Again, this is Teacher Gina of New Life North Metro, and goodbye. Mwah.
And that's it for today. See you again, kids, next Sunday for another story time at 2 p.m. here on Facebook. Bye!